Welcome to my channel, BundleOfMoy. Today we're going to talk about my delivery story, labor and delivery story. First off, this is our little baby, Soleil. Say hi. Say hi.
Say hi, look. Say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Look. She's
Hi.
into her water. But okay, so where should we begin? Let me start from days before. So days before, I was getting really irritated, really anxious. I'm just gonna jump into the story. I just wanted to plop her out. I was over it. I was tired of being pregnant. I was big. Well, I wasn't big, but like sleeping was annoying because I always had to sleep on the left side. You can't sleep on your back. You can't sleep on your right side because that's bad for the baby. You want the proper circulation to get to the baby. So I was like, yeah, get her out of me. We were going to Mount Sinai because I was in the high risk unit. So every Tuesday, like coming down to me being full term, we would go to the hospital and check up on her. It was really great because we got to do like the 3D ultrasounds every single time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hold her up in your lap? And they just monitored more quickly rather than any other unit. So Mount Sinai Hospital, they were really good. And yeah, so coming down to the weeks of her arrival, the doctor said, okay, because you're high risk, we're going to schedule a day for you to be induced. So that day was June 27th, 2017. So Soleil is now 7 months, going on to 8 months. For the induced stage, they had this new thing where they put like a catheter type thing in you, and to open up your cervix, it's like a balloon. So they wanted me to come in the night before to do that. And I was like, I'm not going to go all the way downtown for them to induce me and then I have to come back home that same night and go back 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. No. So I called them and they said, okay, you don't have to do that. Just come in to be induced in the morning time. So every single Tuesday we had a routine. We would drive, get our Tim Hortons breakfast. I would get a specific sandwich every single time. And out of this morning, we were stuck in traffic. So we got traffic. My mom, your mom, and then we headed down to the hospital. And out of all mornings, the traffic was just ridiculous. There was construction everywhere. So my anticipation was like, oh my gosh, I'm planning to have this baby now, and there's traffic. Like, what is going on? Why out of all of the days, today, there has to be traffic? So I'm there quiet in the front seat, just waiting, stuck in flipping traffic. And then we didn't end up getting breakfast because of that. So I'm like, okay, let's just get breakfast when we get to the hospital, make sure that I'm checked in and everything. We get to the hospital, you dropped us off, so you went and parked, and I went upstairs. When I went upstairs and I was like, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. The receptionist is looking through the book. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't see your name. And I'm like, well, I'm scheduled to have a baby at 10 a.m. So can you just please find my name? Thanks. Are you sure you're a part of this unit? I'm like, what do you mean if I'm sure? Yes, I'm sure. Like, I've been coming here ever since day one. Of course, I'm sure. So she looks at the girl beside her, and they took like forever. And the nurse behind her goes, oh, well, that's too bad. I'm not going to help because I'm off duty. So you're going to have to find another nurse to help this lady. And I'm just looking at her like, a nice nurse came out of nowhere. I don't know where she came from, but she's like, hi, ma'am, do you need any help? Out of nowhere, just passing the receptionist, even though she saw that they were helping, well, trying to help at least. She came and asked if I needed any help. And then she said, you know what? I'll bring you into the room. Don't worry. Come. You look like you're about to have a baby, so come. Let's go get you situated. So I said, thank you so much. Excuse me. So I said, thank you so much. She brought me to the room, and I'm just examining the room like, oh man, this is the room I'm going to meet Soleil in for the first time. Had a nice big window, a TV in front of me, so when I'm pushing I could watch TV. What else was there? Everything. Except for VICO because he was still parking. So VICO came. I had my little suitcase and everything ready. I'm texting everyone like, hey y'all, I'm in my room. I'm gonna have this baby today. And I said, okay, can you guys get me some breakfast? Because I'm starving. So VICO said, okay, text me what you want. I told VICO, was it apple juice? Told VICO I wanted apple juice and the same sandwich that we get every Tuesday. Told my mom, make sure that it's the same sandwich I get every Tuesday and an apple juice. Mom went and got herself a poutine. VICO went and got himself orange juice and his sandwich. No one brought me back anything. My mom brought me back some dirty breakfast. Dirty sandwich from Tim Hortons. It was so disgusting.
You're not saying the part where we text you over and over and over and over and
but
over
I
and
told
over.
you. But
No.
I told you.
You text after saying, "Could you get me the apple juice and the sandwich?"
But when you're in the room and I said,
Ah.
get me apple juice and the same sandwich we get every Tuesday.
I don't remember.
Why
that.
did I have to retext that to you
don't
when I'm
remember.
about to have a baby?
I don't remember that part.
Oh, now you don't remember.
Oh,
I remember. I said, where are you guys going? And I said, V, get the same thing we get every
no,
Tuesday.
you didn't. You
Vico
said you
came
would
back with
text me
nothing. He
what
came
you
back with
would get.
half a orange juice. That's one thing I will not forget about that day.
That day, that's
So-
a lie because it didn't even go like that. But
How did it go?
Go ahead.
Tell your version.
go ahead. I
No,
already
tell your
did.
version.
I already did. We left. You said you're gonna text me what you want.
No,
We
I
waited.
told you in
Your
the
mom
room.
called. I called. I text and you did not answer back. And you answered when we were walking towards the room. Too bad.
That part is true.
So then what was the part?
Because I told you what to get in the first place. Why
No,
do I
you
need to
didn't.
text it back to you again? Yes,
No, you
I
didn't,
did.
'cause you weren't too
Anyways,
sure. So
anyways,
your fault.
anyways.
Baby came out healthy. So it matters.
I had like 2 fries from my mom's poutine, and I had you brought me back a slushie. You know those Tim Horton frozen lemonade raspberry drinks? You brought me back one of those. So that's what I had. I had like half of the frozen lemonade raspberry and like 2 fries. So, and the sandwich I tried, but it was so disgusting. The nurse came in and she was like, so at that point you were there, your mom, me, and my mom. The nurse came back and she was like, oh, let's take off your clothes, put on your what do you call it, the hospital
My
gown.
sister was there too.
She didn't get there yet.
Oh.
So they're gonna check my cervix. This part, checking your cervix, is the worst feeling. Like, talking about it makes me cringe. Like, ugh.
Just
This
talk
hurt
about it.
more than contractions. Maybe. But they basically like stick their hand up there and like swipe you around and around. It's like they're prying you open. And it hurts so bad. Like, my whole body just hurt. It felt like the baby was gonna fall out. That's how open it felt, like they pried me. It was all worth it though. Look at this. Look at this, Nomich Nomen. So she checked my cervix. And do you know what she said? Oh, ma'am. Well, she didn't say ma'am, but guess what? You're 4 centimeters dilated. I said, what? She's like,
What,
we don't
babe?
have to. No. No. Pull daddy's beard. So I was like, 4 centimeters, so that means that you don't have to induce me. She's like, no, wow, your baby would have came today regardless. So even if I was chilling at home, not doing anything, Soleil still would have came that day. So I feel kind of better about that because I was reluctant that a date was chosen for her to come rather than her just having her day. But it made me feel so much better that she would have came that day anyways. Because at 10 a.m., say 10:30, they checked me. I was already 4 centimeters dilated. So she's like, good stuff. We don't have to force your labor because you're practically in labor. She's like, do you feel any cramping? And I said, yeah, like the usual cramping. Not like, oh, not like contractions, but I felt cramping. And she said that's early labor symptoms. I was like, oh, I've been feeling like this since last night. But I figured it was all of my like anxiety and my anxiousness, you know? So she said, okay, what we're going to do is break your water to speed things up and give you some, I don't remember what it was, morphine or something? No, not morphine. She gave me something to speed up the contractions. And do you remember anything at this point?
You're just in pain.
Yeah, not yet though. So I'm like, okay, I need to go pee. I really needed to pee. So I went to pee. This was after they broke my water. When they break your water, it's like a gush of like just warm liquid, just whoosh. And it's like you're constantly peeing and you can't help it. And you're not forcing anything. Water's just psh, and it's really warm. So I went to go pee and then I was like, nurse. I had to crack open the door. More water's coming out. She's like, that's normal. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what to do because everything was everywhere. And she's like, do you want to go on the bouncy ball? I went on the bouncy ball and more water was leaking out. I was like, maybe I'll just stay in the bed. I was lazy. And then I got to, she's like, when they checked me again, I was like 6 centimeters. She's like, whoa, you're speeding up quick. This baby really wants to get out. So she's checking my contractions. The medicine that they gave me, my contractions were coming more and more. It was like someone was cranking up the flipping, hold on.
You wanna come out?
It was like someone was cranking up the pain. Like, the beginning of the contraction would be like, yeah, like that, right? And then it would be like, yeah, that's what it felt like. That's how you were in my stomach, like, nah, I'm ready to come out now. It's like someone just turns up the pain. Like at first it's moderate, and then it just goes like higher and higher. And when it reaches the peak, you're just like, ugh, and they're like, breathe. Yeah, they're like, breathe through the contraction. I start breathing every single time. I just hold on to the bed and be like, and they're like, breathe, breathe, breathe. I'm like, I can't. This hurts. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're 7 centimeters. I was like, okay, good. I'm trying to do it natural. And I said, V, no matter what, my plan was to go natural. Is to go natural. And because I didn't have any breakfast, I was like getting weak. And every contraction was getting worse. So I asked the nurse, I said, what's my options other than the epidural? She said, we could give you this pain thingy, the pill or whatever. So I said, okay, cool, I'll take that. Took it. The pain was still licking me. So she said, okay, use laughing gas. The laughing gas was so disgusting and it made me feel even worse. Like you put the mask over your face and then you breathe in the air. And as you're breathing in the gas, they take it off of your face. You have to like inhale it a few times and then they take it off and you're supposed to feel relieved. That gas was so nasty. Like after they took it off, it made me feel like I wanted to like throw up. It was so gross. So I said, no, I can't do that. So I waited again, waited. The contractions are kicking me now. And you were on the other side of the room, like on your phone. And I'm like, hello, can you come rub my back or something? Here's a picture of him. I took pictures of you. I was like, yeah, you want to be over there on your phone when you should be come rubbing my back? And he forgot the tennis ball. The one thing I asked this guy to do, just bring the tennis ball. That's it. Everything else, I'll pack her stuff and my stuff and everything. Just bring the tennis ball. So I'm like, V, get out the tennis ball. What tennis ball?
I don't remember none of this.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Tennis ball?
Are you serious?
I wasn't helping.
So, Vico was rubbing my lower back, and I'm looking up at him. Huh?
How?
How? Down here.
That's it?
What else were you doing? So tell
Wasn't
your
I
side.
going more up?
So explain.
Nah, I just like how that felt.
Oh my god. I looked up at him, and through every contraction, they were coming at full speed. Like, now they're like 30 seconds apart. And I looked up at him and I said, V, I don't think I could do this natural anymore. I need to get the nurse to see how many centimeters dilated I am. And then I might request an epidural. Because every contraction, I was blanking out. And I remember you standing to my left. And, like, a contraction came and I was just like... And you're like, yo, Moise. I'm like, huh? I can't. This pain is too much. Like, the pain was making me go in and out of, like, feeling like I was fainting or something. So then you're like, are you sure? Now, I wish you were a little bit more stern with me, saying, nah, you're not getting no epidural. Because now...
you look like you're in pain.
Duh.
And I was trying to motivate you, but you're like, yeah, I can't. I said, alright.
No, the pain was serious. It feels like your bones are breaking inside. Like, it just feels like something has control over your body. And, like, you know when you have period cramps, it's like that times 10. You know when you have gas when you're on your period? Sorry if this is a little too graphic, but whatever. This is how I could explain it. When you have gas when you're on your period, and, like, the cramp just takes you. And it's like, ugh, and you have to stop what you're doing. That's what it feels like, but it's ongoing. And then once it gets there, it just goes away. And then you have to wait for the next pain session. Like, they checked my cervix and they said, you're 8.5 centimeters. So I'm like, 8.5 centimeters. I don't have that much more to go. But this pain hurts. So I said to the nurse, okay, according to my chart, I'm here trying to get, like, all technical now. I said, according to the chart, how long do you think it's going to take me to get to 10 centimeters? Right now I'm 8.5. She told me 2 to 2.5 hours. I said, oh, hell no. No. Can you call the anesthesiologist? I think that's what they're called. To please, I need the epidural now, because I feel like I'm fainting. She's like, are you sure? You're doing so well. Like, this is just the last part. And I said, yeah, but where am I going to find energy to push out a baby? And I didn't have breakfast. Nope. So she called the anesthesiologist. Do you want to tell this part?
And then she came. She explained the needle again to Moya.
I was not listening. The pain was too intense. I was just like, yeah, whatever. She told me to, like, go on my side like this.
Yeah, and then
and
she
she's
put
like,
like
don't
a
move.
little pinchy dot on her back, and then blood just came out.
Is that before or after she gave the needle?
The needle was long though, like, it was a long needle with like a string at the end of it. Yeah. It was like, ugh.
And she's like, don't move. We have to do it in between your contractions.
Yeah,
so tell me when the next one
it
is.
Could give you like a spine.
Yeah. Can mush up your body.
Paralyze and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mush up.
It was risky.
But the pain, I had to. And now I'm still suffering back problems from the damn epidural. So if I just man up and did it, but I didn't want to put her through any stress of me pushing. Because I had no energy. Like, literally. So at this time, it's like around 5 o'clock. And my doctor finally came on duty. Because he started at 5. And he came, he's like, hi, Moya, blah, blah, blah. How you doing? You're looking good. And I'm like, I'm doing great. This heartburn's just really bothering me. I had some serious heartburn. It was like, Soleil was like, yeah, mommy. Before you have me, I'm going to put you through this heartburn situation again. Because throughout the ending, I was having, like, some really bad heartburn. So the doctor was like, he checked my cervix. He's like, oh my gosh, you're 10 centimeters. I said, what?
Let's push.
Push. And he's like, I rate this doctor. He's like, you know what? I don't want you to tear. So I'm going to tell you when to push. And right now is not a good time to push. I'm going to tell you when and how to push. I didn't tear. Thank God. I'm taking time. I was like, nope. Nope, nope. You have work in 20 minutes?
Yeah, I start at 11.
Say word. Oh, okay, bye. Go get ready.
We'll finish the video.
I'll finish. You have work in 20 minutes? Why are you still here?
Because you wanted to do the video.
Babe, it's okay.
And the eggs too are probably fun.
They're done. You just have to...
Feel them?
Yeah. Where was I? They're like, push! Push! I literally... Soleil was only 6 pounds, 11 ounces. And I pushed maybe 4 times. And she came out. She was born at 7:21 p.m. My little namen schnamen. And I started to cry when I saw her. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a mom. I didn't really cry like that.
I was crying.
V was crying. It was so sweet. When he held her. I'll show you some pictures here or somewhere around here. Soleil is born. Finally. After I felt my belly, I was like, yeah, no baby in my belly. She's out. I'm so excited. Da-da-da. So the hospital was really good. We got a private room the same night. The nurse was really nice. VICO gave Soleil her first bath. She taught us how to bathe her as a newborn. Mwah. Everything was great. My labor was only 8 hours, which was good as well. I hear some people like, I was in labor for like 20 hours. Like 20 hours with contractions? I can't even imagine. So God bless this little girl. She's definitely a blessing in our lives. So happy to have her. And she's such a good baby. Like, she's just chill. And she's so cute, like. Thank God for her every single day. And I asked Jesus to cover her in the blood. Cover you in the blood of Jesus. Yeah! Yeah! Say hi, everyone. Everyone, this is Soleil. She's looking at her daddy. She's a daddy's girl, too. So, yeah. That was my labor and delivery story. For 7 months, ever since she was born, she was so active. Since she's been in my stomach, she's been so active. Like the night before, I remember her kicking me in my bladder. Oh my gosh. It was the worst thing. The worst feeling. But I'm so happy that she's here. Healthy. She eats everything. Right? So this is Soleil. Our little girl. Say bye, everyone. See you next time. Say bye. Wave. Say bye. Say bye. Bye to them, not me. Say bye. Wave. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below and I will answer each and every one of you. Oh, not the negative comments though. No negativity around here, right? Right, namen schnamen? Mwah.